and welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. Today I'm thrilled to be working with Elle and Hutson. We have a great giveaway on the blog, so do check out the links below the video to enter that as well. We're giving away a gift card to the Elle and Hutson store, and I am working with one of their recent Christmas releases to create this modern geometric card. Lots of techniques in it, a really easy card to make in multiples as well. So let's get started. Today I'm using the Modern Christmas by Julie from the previous Essentials by Ellen release from last month. I have my MISTI here ready to go, and I have a piece of cardstock that's 3 3/4 by 5 inches, so card front size. I'm going to keep it against this edge guideline. I'm going to put it somewhere towards the top. Actually, let's start near the top there. So they come in these wonderful plastic envelopes, so no labelling required. They even have the label and everything on there. And we have these great modern designs, so that's what we're going to use to create our Christmas card. And let's start here. So I'm aligning my stamp against the edge of my MISTI, and I have this corner here aligned with the bottom of my cardstock. So I'm going to pop this down here. And it's probably going to peel up because it's a new stamp, but that's fine. We just pop it back in against those guides. It's going to be exactly the same place again. And let's ink it up with our festive berries. I'm going to do that. I'm going to press it down. I'm going to lift up, and I'm going to do it again. This is a new photopolymer. I do find the Essentials by Elle photopolymers do not need any conditioning. I just stamped them the first time a couple of times. You can see we've got that lovely red impression. Now I'm going to start moving this down, and for the first one I'm going to put a piece of acetate in front. This is just a piece of window sheet that I took off the back of a set of photopolymers. I'm going to try an inch to start with and see if that's enough. And then I don't have to worry about cleaning my stamp. It needs to be a little bit further. I'm going to go down to 1 1/4 inches. So 1 1/4 inches is perfect. So we'll move it down 1 1/4 inches each time. We'll stamp down again. We'll re-ink it a second time. I'll also link in the corner for you. You can see there of how to condition photopolymers. So if you feel you need to do that on your stamps, then you can do that as well. So I'm at 1 1/4 inches, so I'm going to go down so that this top corner aligns to 2 1/2. Quick flip round. It's a lovely Christmas red colour here. So we're going to go from 2 1/2 to 3 3/4 inches, which actually puts us off the edge of the cards, off the edge of the MISTI, but that's fine too. Still use my magnet to hold down that one corner. I'm going to do it twice still, just to make it consistent with the others. And then we're going to turn our cardstock around. So again, we're going to start back at the top here. And this is the great thing about using a stamp platform. Again, you could just pop your piece of window sheet in there, which I'm going to do. And I'm going to make sure it stamps out evenly. So it'll stamp onto my window sheet. And there I can see it's perfectly even. So these are a great way to use those pieces that you pull off the back of your stamps as well. You'd also have seen that I used them earlier in the week in my top 5 shaker card tips. Again, just that transparent top. If you need to, pop it down on that window sheet. Won't leave a mark on your cardstock. You're not actually going to see the points, so if they're slightly off, you're not going to see the difference either, which is a great thing about this card. But it does create this lovely diamond in the middle as well. You could also use your Distress Oxides if they're the colours that you have in there. So that's our first piece of the panel finished. I'm going to peel this stamp off and I'll clean it with my chamois after. Now I'm going to give it a quick blast with my heat tool, and then we're going to align our second piece that stamps over. So I'm going to do exactly the same again. I'm going to pop it down on top of my piece here, and then I'm going to move it 1.25 inches at a time. Our sentiment, you'll have noticed I stamped out with VersaMark, and I used the new Avery Elle Rich Gold Embossing Powder to add those wonderful stripes on there. I'm using the Merry Christmas that comes in with this Essentials by Elle set here, and I'm going to put it across my card along here. Now what you'll find with a photopolymer is if you just drop it, it will fall in the right place. You can also curve them if you want to. You have all sorts of different options. I'm going to stamp out with some Mowed Lawn to add a nice splash of green to our Festive card. So I'm going to ink up along here. Pop this down. I'm just going to do it a second time to firm it up. I love this colour of green. I think it's a really nice Christmassy green. Like so. And give that a wipe over with my stamp chamois. And now I'm going to cut it out using the Slanted sentiment strips from My Favourite Things. I absolutely love these. You'll have seen I've used them a lot since I got them. You get 2 in the pack, a small and a narrow and a wide. You can also trim off one end if you want a shorter one, but I do always like that little bit of an angle. I think that always looks nice on a sentiment. And I'm using just some TAMIYA tape to hold it in the right place. And I'm going to run that through my Vagabond, which is next to me. If you hear a crack, don't worry, it just means it's working. You'll particularly find if you turn your plates around that you'll get the crack as well. So there is our sentiment. And you can see how great these look. The way they meet in the middle with that lovely zigzag piece in there as well. I have a piece of Lawn Fawn Noble Fir cardstock that I've cut down to 4 inches by 5 1/4, and then I have my standard card front base. Now you can either have a long one or a wide one. This card will work in both directions. Another reason I love it as well, really versatile. It's also great how you can set it up there in your stamp platform. So if you needed to make it in bulk, again, it would be a perfect card for that. I always mount up with my card open. I find it's not so springy, much easier to work with. A little bit of a fuzzy edge there, so I'll just wipe that off. Then I'm going to put my next piece down. I'm using my Tonic Funky Tape Runner, which is one of my favourite adhesives. Again, we'll centre that up. So as I say, you could have it like this, and then you could put your sentiment on it here. Or for this one, I'm actually going to do mine long ways, and I'm going to put my sentiment across the middle here, like this. And I'm going to pop it up on some foam tape. So I got some tape strips the other day. Or you can cut down some of your big roll of tape. I'll just give that a little snip. And then I'm going to line the edge of my sentiment up with the edge of that white card. And I just think that really pops nicely. So again, it's one of those that you can make in bulk. You can make different colour combinations. Of course, if you did it in non-festive colours, it's also a great happy birthday card and things like that. So it's a really great versatile stamp set. You can make them into trees and make them into a scene. You've also got the wreath on there, the holly leaves, lots of different options on there. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Do check out all the pictures that you can see right now on my blog, hedgehoghollow.co.uk, and the links are also below the video, including your supply links as well. And I will see you again very soon. Remember to hop to the blog for that great Remember to hop to the blog for that great Elle and Hutson giveaway that we have going on as well. And I will see you soon for some more inspiration. Happy stamping! Bye!